welcome back everyone to another episode of the Crafty Crow Show. Today's video, as you can tell, we are taking a drive. I've not done any of these drive through the community videos in a while, and as you can probably hear, no matter how good my sound editing or how bad it might be, we're in the old Dodge. So at the bottom of your screen you get to stare at my broken dashboard because it's a Dodge. Anyway, today I've had a few requests when I've done some of these drive-through videos of these little areas and communities. I've had requests for Sunshine, the little community of Sunshine. So I thought I'd drive you through there. I don't know a whole bunch of history about the towns. That's one reason I've kind of put some of these videos off. But had a bunch of you request driving through Sunshine, so that's what we're going to do today. So as you can see, also I've got a little bit wider angle view on my camera, so maybe you can see to the sides a little bit better. I tried another experiment a minute ago and it didn't work. So this is the best we can get right now. So anyway, we're traveling down the bypass. We just went through town. We're going to turn into the community of Sunshine. Now, I don't know the history. Maybe some of you can say how it got its name of Sunshine. But this is one end of Sunshine. This road actually loops around. You can see here on the right where the heavy equipment is. That is going to be the new Sunshine Fire Department. They're building them a brand new fire station. I'll show you here in a second where they're at now, but I think it was a $700,000 grant they got. So it ought to be a nice space, but they've got it built up out of the floodplain right here. They're going to have a brand new station pretty soon, so that's pretty cool. We will, yes, I got the right of way here, don't I? Over in the left, I won't drive through there. I've been trying to figure out how to drive through Sunshine and show you everything, and not knowing some of the history of the community, that kind of hurts me too. Here on the left is the Harlan County Community Action Agency building, and I don't know how well that's showing up in camera for you. So let me pull right up here and do a little turnaround thingy, and maybe you can see it better. That building, I do know, was the original National Guard Armory building in Harlan. It's moved there. Then I think it's the second armory is out at the mall, and the third one is actually up on Suki Ridge now. But that was the original armory building where the National Guard Armory was here in Harlan. So CAA has the top, but you'll hopefully see when we drive by, there's two bays down here at street level. That is where Sunshine Fire Department started, and that's where they're currently housed. So it's a real good thing that they're getting a new station built, because that fire department has grown tremendously in the past, I'd say 10 years, and they have outgrown this building, and it's very hard to get fire trucks in and out of there. So like I said, you might be able to see right there the two bay doors, and they're having to share the building. So all around, I'm glad they got that grant, and I think it's going to be a great thing. So driving on through Sunshine, comment down at the bottom, guys, those of y'all that used to live over in here, because like I said, I don't know a whole lot about the community, and I'm sure that it's changed a bunch. Here on the right is one store. I don't remember the name of this store, but it used to be a little grocery store. It's not now. I think there's some apartments above it. But the downstairs that used to be a store is closed down. So we're going to turn up, if memory serves correct, Wallens Street is the name of this street. And this goes up to housing projects. The name of the housing projects totally left my head. I'll see it here in a second. But we've got a bunch of housing projects up here. So I don't know what this place used to look like before this. These have been around ever since I've been alive. Holly Point, I don't know why I can't think of that, guys. Holly Point Apartments. I think it's mostly like low-income housing and stuff, but there is tons and tons. I don't know how many apartment units there is in total up here. You've got a bunch here on the left. You got some there on the right. Out there in front of us is more. So they built a bunch, and it provides a bunch of housing for the residents in the county. We're going to do something that, besides being in the ambulance, I've not done. We're going to take a right there are no street signs, and apparently my brain went on vacation without me, so I don't remember the name of this street. I'll try to put it down here in the comments if I remember. And it's going to get loud with the old Dodge pulling up this hill. But I thought I'd drive up through here, just one, because I'm curious, and two, some of y'all might be curious. Groundhog. There's a groundhog. We have a groundhog. Run, little fat buddy. I think it's all private houses up here, though, so I'm not going to go too far because I don't want to make anybody nervous or get on anybody's property. Because I know how I would be. But I'm kind of thinking this is probably about it. Actually, with the way it looks, that's going to end up being a driveway. So this is probably all we want to do right here. I get to explore around this entire county just with the ambulance service stuff. See if I can push my clutch in, make it a little quieter. I see a donkey over on the right in that field. I don't know if you've seen him. I get to explore around some of this stuff on the ambulance. You know, of course, I'm not paying close attention because I'm more trying to pay attention to what the complaint is in the patient, going there and get my mind ready for what we might get. But I also get to go into some of these places that normally I wouldn't drive myself just because it's a strange vehicle. Somebody sees an ambulance, you know, they figure there's a reason for them to be there, and usually we do have a reason. So we get access to a little bit of stuff I normally wouldn't drive. So that's farther than I've been on the ambulance. So I don't know if there was anything past that anyway. I thought y'all would like to just drive up there. I know, I ramble. Trust me, Kathy and Jonathan say I ramble too. Coming down here, this is the end of the apartment complex, but you've got Gilbert Drive, if memory serves correct. And Gilbert Drive runs here to the right a little bit. There's only a few houses out there. Just in case any of you want to look, we'll drive out to this little split in the road. But you've got this house here, and this split goes to one more house. And that's, you get up here now. Funny story, while I'm turning around, if you go to the right, that used to go to a logging road, and you can actually go over into Lowell that way. We had a logging accident one time I went on, and I rode on the front of the bulldozer with my feet on the blade to go up about a 45-degree incline. It was up the side of the mountain, and that was the only way for us to get up there, and that was fun, let me tell you. There wasn't enough room for me in the cab, so I got to ride on the front of the bulldozer with my feet on the blade bouncing around and leaning forward so the exhaust pipe didn't burn my back. Fun times on the ambulance sometimes, guys. You get experiences you don't normally get. So like I said, I think this is Gilbert Street, plain mistake. My mind's thinking about that, just how it's fun to think about now, but when I was doing it, I asked the operator, I said, "Are you sure that I need to ride up here?" He said, "Yeah, you'll be fine." Woo, fun times. Like most things in Harlan, you know, as cold declined, a lot of people has left. Some of these houses have got run down. That car right there can't make up its mind if it wants to go or not. Here on the left is what we call the Rock Store, and I'll go down so we can come back and maybe get a better look at the front of it. It was a store at one point in time too. I don't know when it closed down either, but we've always referred to it as the Rock Store. If you say the Rock Store in Sunshine, you know where that is, or I know where that is. So I don't know what the actual store name was though. I'll turn around here in the parking lot of the old store. Maybe give you a better look going by the Rock Store. My experiment that I was talking about, I've done earlier, I tried to put the headpiece on the GoPro, and I was going to have like a real-time you sitting in the car with me so I could move my head and look at some of these things. And all you were looking at was like my sun visor and stuff. I can't set my seat down any lower, so big fail on that one, but I thought you might think that was cool, and I might still try to figure out how to make that work. But there you can see kind of the front of the rock store building. It's a 2-story rock. It's looks like hand-laid rock that they've mortared and stuff. So I don't know how old that building is, and it's probably, just guessing, probably one of the oldest buildings over in this part of town. Sunshine is not in Harlan city limits, and I don't know why it never was. The city police department does cover up into Holly Point stuff, the apartments there, so I don't know why this was never annexed in. But it's not. But I mean, it's still considered the Harlan area. Oh, we're going on out. This is going back, like I said, told you at the first. This loops around, so you'll see where this comes out if you all don't know already, and most of you probably do. You've got the KU's big thing there. And they do a lot of, looks like, storage of their poles and transformers and all that. So they've got this little area. It's another little trailer park here on the right. Just goes up the hill and loops around. Nothing. Actually, there's a lot of trailers. There's way less trailers than there used to be up there. One thing driving through this stuff that I notice, about no matter where you're at, there's always some kind of pretty view to see. That's the joy of living in the mountains. You get those mountain views all the time. So here you come out, as you can see, that's the bypass. Ooh, bumpy tracks. The bypass up there in front of us, right here in front of O'Reilly's. And that's the end of Sunshine. I want to drive you this way though, because I don't know for sure if this is still considered Sunshine. I think it is. Anything on this side of the river right there, and that's Martin's Fork, part of the Cumberland River there on the right. Anything on this side of the river, I think, is considered Sunshine in this area. So you got Save-A-Lot there. There's a little vendor's mall we just passed. I want to think it was a carpet store at one point in time. Does that sound right? And you've got our main hardware store, is what I would call it, Harlan Southern Wholesale. It's a family-owned business. It has been since they started it. It's been handed down to the other kids, and I'm going to do a weird drive through the parking lot just so you can actually see the building, because I know you can't see it. But there's Southern Wholesale. A pretty big place. Kathy worked there for a while. This guy behind me is wondering what I'm doing. But usually anything I need from a hardware store that for my projects and stuff that I do comes right from that place. You've got a huge building here on the left. Let me do another weird turn. This huge building, that huge building, that used to be a furniture factory. Now it's Carroll Engineering. There's some more open space in there. We've got LP Gas Company here on the left, and just to let you know, if anybody ever wonders where the ambulance service is in Harlan and where I spend a lot of my time, everybody usually sees storage buildings right here, but the building there on the left, and you can see the trucks coming out. The building here on the left is the ambulance service. And look there, Branson wants to stop and tell us something. Had to talk to Branson there for a second. He's the guy that's gifted us a few things and has a forge that I need to get on to do for him. Anyway, that's where the ambulance service is. And I won't take you around. I think everybody's out on runs right now. So we kind of blend in with the storage buildings. And that, the boys and girls, is the tour of Sunshine. So I thank y'all for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the trip through Sunshine and maybe got to relive a few of your memories. If you grew up over in there, leave down in the comments and let us know if you did, so we can hear your stories about Sunshine, because like I said, I'm limited on information. Those of y'all that live there can tell us way more and educate all of us. So thank you for coming by with us. Thank you for taking a drive with us. I've got a few more of these lined up to a few more couple little communities. So if you enjoy this content, hit the subscribe button and the like button down below. It really helps the channel out and helps the channel grow. And we are growing every day, and I appreciate every one of you. But until next time, love one another as the good Lord tells you. And we'll see you guys on the next video.